welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 2-year update on my project Finish 50. Oh, the battery's already running low. As I was saying, yes, it's been 2 years of grinding on this project. I started this project July 24th, 2022, and I'm filming this on July 24th, 2024. So this is literally bang on 2 years later, and I do these updates every quarter for this project, which I have been enjoying doing. The aim of this game is to basically try and finish and complete 50 items in my collection, just because I am on a no buy and I want to kind of reduce my items, but I don't want to waste them. So I'm trying to finish 50 items, 1 item per category. So I'm not working on 50 items at one time. No. It's about 13 or 14, I think, at one time. And on top of that, actually, today we are including another category in this project. And a category that isn't really well used in other projects either. So I thought, why not? And yeah, try and get to 50 a little bit faster, but still going to take a lot of time. In the last 2 years, before this update, so in last quarter, I had finished 4 items. I had finished 4 items, so we were at 46. That is going to change today. I'm very excited to say. So we will go through my updates now, and I will walk you through where I'm at and how I'm doing, what items I've finished, and then at the end of the video I will roll in the 2 new items, well, the 3 new items, being the 2 I'm rolling in to replace previous items, and then a 3rd item that's a new category. So, long and confusing intro done, let's get into my update. First things first, I just dropped this. This is my NARS Laguna bronzer. This is what it's looking like, and this is what it's looking like inside. So, as you can see, fairly easily, it's very noticeable, we have got a big pan in here. So when I first started this project way back 2 years ago, this didn't have a pan in it. So it has been very fun, I think, even in these updates, to see the changes of this item, which is very, very cool. So over the 2 years, I've used this 105 times, and this is where we're at right now. I don't think we're at a place yet where I can repress it. It still works fine as it is. The packaging, I think, looks like it could go down further, but the actual product is quite shallow. So I feel like this is not too surprising that it has made so much of a difference this far into it. 2 years is still quite a long time, but 105 uses, which I think for how many days there are in 2 years isn't that much. For the blush, this is my Revolution London Ultra Blush Palette in Hot Spice. This is what it is looking like inside. So I'm not working on the whole palette, that would be silly. I'm just working on this one shade here. This doesn't have a shade name, so this is just the 6th shade in the palette. And you can see with the progress that we are pretty much there with the first ring being completely uncovered, which is very exciting. I have used this 347 times. That's nearly a use for every single day in a year. Nearly. Give or take another couple of months, and then we'll be there, I think. Yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm really, really happy with this update, to be honest, and how this is going. So I do wear this blush every single time I wear makeup, no fail. Always. The only couple of times or few times I've not worn it has been when I have been abroad or away, and I didn't want to take this with me. But the fear, because it's a broken packaging, I didn't particularly want to, get to my place wherever I'm going and open this up and see it has been smashed and broken. So again, I I'm also not surprised about the progress I have made in both my blush and bronzer, because they are two of the items that I have actually never in my entire makeup of life. That didn't make any sense. But so ever since I started wearing makeup, I don't think I've ever finished a bronzer or blush. I think at most I've probably decluttered them, but I've never actually, you know, finished like a product in itself. So this is quite exciting to kind of get to that point. Then for the highlighter, I have got this. This is my Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Monster. And it looks like this now. So as you can see, the pan is getting ever slightly bigger. I have used this 104 times in this entire project, and we are now definitely at a point now where, because this is such a soft product, I don't quite know how else to explain it, but it's really easily to move around the product in here, that for months it felt like the pan was coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. But now we have definitely got to a point now where the pan is sticking and it's getting like minutely bigger every time I wear it, which is very exciting. We do obviously have a long time for this as well. I feel like I am definitely not one who can kind of like guesstimate how many uses it's going to take me to finish these items, but I feel like they're going to be quite high, you know? Like, is it going to be 500 uses? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Next we have my eyeshadow. This is my MUA Makeup Merge Trio eyeshadow in Emotions. And in here, I'm only working obviously on the, I don't know if it's actually OES because I feel like this is very difficult to picture, but this is the item that I'm working on. It's the third eyeshadow, which is the dark brown shade. So this is a baked eyeshadow, but we do have a dip now, which is very exciting. I have now used this eyeshadow 101 times within this project. I should also state that I think these products will not be brand new rolled into this project. So these are all uses that were part of this project only, not anything from beforehand. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so this is 101 uses and we do have a dip, and this honestly felt like it took ages to get any kind of like dip. It felt like the outside was so hard, but then the inside has been quite soft. Also, I'm gonna have to admit that we're out of focus. I do have to admit at the bottom here, it did break off. So I did lose a little bit, but I mean, I'm not that too fussed about that. Again, I don't quite know how deep the pan is underneath here. Like, it does look like it goes down a little bit, but I don't know how far it goes down. So yeah, this is gonna take quite a while to complete. Right, next up is the failure of this project. It doesn't mean I'm like decluttering this or putting this away. It means I've only used it a few times. I've only used this next item 36 times in my aim of trying to finish it. So I'm gonna let you guys guess, but I feel like this is quite obvious. Actually, I don't know if it is obvious, to be honest, but it is an eyeliner, and it is this eyeliner. So this is my Gelato Black Milk eyeliner by Beauty Bakery, and I've only used it 36 times in the last 2 years, which is honestly disgusting. Even this month, I've only used it none times. No, zilch. Not used it at all. Last couple of months I used it once. I have to admit it's only been in, I think, the first year of me doing this rather than coming up to my second year. The first like 6 months, I'd say, I tried to use this a little bit more, but since then I do have months where I just completely ignore using this, and it's nothing like the product isn't bad. Like, this is actually a really good product, I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't wear eyeliner, and if I do wear eyeliner, it's usually done by eyeshadow. solely just because I feel like eyeliner makes my my eyelids just disappear. Yeah, this is honestly what it is looking like right now. And it looks pretty much, I mean, you can definitely tell it's had some usage in it, but not enough. Here's hoping in this upcoming year that I will try and use this a little bit more and gain a little bit more further progress in, you know, trying to finish this. Alright, for my lip product, I have got this rolled in. This is my Jelly Pong Pong Lip and Cheek Cream Paradise Pigments in the shade Fig Jam, and it looks like this. I feel like this has definitely got further along in the progress. Like the dip is dipping now, and you can definitely tell that we are getting somewhere with this. So I have used this 83 times in this project. 83 times, it's not too bad, you know, given that I don't really wear lip products often. Even when I wear a lot of makeup like this, I don't tend to wear lip products much. They're just not my jam, and I'm not someone who reapplies either. Usually if I wear a lip product like I am today, this is the only time I'm going to put it on. I'm not going to reapply it. I just don't do reapplying. Even if I'm going out for the evening, if I'm drinking, eating, whatever, I never go and then reapply it. Maybe that's something I should be doing, but that's not something I have been doing. I do reckon we are close to hitting pan on this, not gonna lie. I reckon in the next quarter we will hit pan on this, but no pan as of yet. But I'm still happy with the progress that we have made and the dip that we have made for sure. So anyway, that is my update on my lip product. Then for my concealer I have rolled in, it is my Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in the shade Porcelain. And this was relatively new when I rolled this in. There was a lot more to it than there is now. I feel like it was like up to here and now we're down here. Like there's a lot of progress that has happened here. I have used this 191 times, so nearly 200 uses. And I don't quite know yet if I'm going to dig deep into the container once I reach the levelness of this. And I don't quite know how I'm going to get it out of the product, of the container, once I reach that goal, but I feel like we're making some sort of progress here either way. But yeah, I don't quite know if I'm going to call it a day as soon as it's leveled, or if I'm going to dip in and use it until I can try and finish the entire thing, like inside the product as well. We'll see. I have to admit I am much more of a concealer kind of person now than I was before this project. I have to admit I rarely used concealer before. I don't really get dark under eyes, and I don't really get very many spots or anything to like cover up. So yeah, I don't feel like I always need to wear it, but I have been pushing it on and trying to wear this as many times as possible when I'm doing my makeup. I did, for a portion of the time, work on a different concealer a couple of times. So yeah, this hasn't been my sole concealer the entire time I've been doing this project, but I feel like we're making some good progress now that it is the sole concealer I'm working on. But yeah, we'll see how we go with that one. Okie dokie, onto, I don't know why I said that, onto my fragrance. This is my Zoella Blissful Mistful Fragranced Body Mist. Look at that progress. This was pretty much brand new at the start of this project. This is one of the few items that was brand new, never used, or like rarely used. Maybe used once or twice, just, yeah. It just sat on my counter for quite a few years. The purple marker was where I sat at the end of year 1. And we have made all this progress all the way down to here. And I am ecstatic with the changes with this one. We have made such a big leap in uses. So I reckon that this will be finished within the next year, 100%, maybe even in the next quarter. I would be surprised if I end 2024 with this still being in this project. 4 or 5 months maybe, and then this will be finished. Yeah, really exciting. I'm going to definitely mark it with a nail polish again to show hours at the end of year 2, and then we can see how long it takes me to complete this. As for uses, I have used this 112 times since I rolled it into this project, which has been pretty much brand spanking new. 112 uses. It's still not my favourite product. I think I've mentioned this before, that it's not my go-to fragrance. I did buy it because, you know, I was a fan of Zoella, so I did go out and buy it because of that, but the fragrance is not my cup of tea. But I do find that now I've been working on it for 2 years, I am used to the smell. I don't like, you know, scrunch my nose up at the smell and kind of hate it as much as I did when I first wore it. I feel like I've just kind of got used to it, but there are definitely fragrances that I prefer and would much prefer to be kind of working on a more frequent basis. Anyway, there we go. Okay, next up is my nail polish. This is the nail polish that I have had rolled in, and I have used this, how many uses? I've used this 93 times in this project, and I don't quite know if the top marking is where I was at the beginning of this entire project, and then this one's at the year marker. I can't quite remember. But 93 uses in this project. We are rolling this one out today. This isn't completely finished, but I am decluttering it. Simply because the product, I feel like, has had its time. It's been in my collection for so many years. Like, I'm not even gonna joke, it's probably half my age. It may be even older than that. And I find that it doesn't really dry, it doesn't really stick, and like for 2 or 3 days afterwards I can then still be like moving it around, and it's just not a great experience wearing it. So I am very excited to say we are rolling this out. So this is technically the 5th item that we're rolling out on this project, which is amazing. So we're now at 45 items left to go until the end of this project. I have tried hard to keep on using this over the last couple of months, and I decided at the beginning of July that this will be the last month I'm going to work on it, and then I'm going to declutter it. And I feel like I've used it so many times, I feel like I've had it for a while, that I'm totally okay with rolling this one out. So at the end of this video, or in a couple of products time, we will be rolling in the new nail polish that I'm going to be working on instead of this one. The next item is my brow product. This is the first item that I rolled in that wasn't part of the original items. So I rolled this in April last year, so it has still been in here for quite a while now. But yeah, this was my brow pencil. This is my brow pencil that I brought in when I finished my previous brow my previous brow product. So this is what we're working with. So today actually we reached 200 uses working on this item, and we're going to keep on grinding with this until we reach the bottom and we can't physically sharpen it any further. So it's going to be a little nub by the time this is finished. This is, I should probably mention, this is the Brow Bar in Cinnamon Spice. You can kind of tell that it has been slowly going down. I do sharpen it. I sharpened it a couple of days ago actually, and this is where we're at right now. So yeah, I feel like we are making some sort of progress with this item as well, but we've still got a while to go. I don't think we're even halfway through using this one, so this is going to be here for a little while as well. And I do have to admit, before this project I didn't really like using brow pencils. I would typically just use like powders, and then every now and again maybe I'll use like a brow gel just to kind of like set it in place, especially if the weather's a bit dodgy. But I'm finding a love for pencils now. Like, it's so much easier and it doesn't take me that long to do, so because it's now been in for what, 15 months? Next item I rolled in is my Burt's Bees Beeswax Lip Balm. This was rolled in June of last year, so it's just been over a year, 13 months to be exact. And I have to admit, this looks like it's brand new. It doesn't look like there's any difference to it. If I roll it up, it's going to still look like there's no uses in it. But I have used this 170 times since I rolled it in. So yeah, this is how it's going. Like, there's so much of this left to go. I can't roll it up anymore. I need to push it back down. Yeah, it's taking me like an incredible amount of time. The only differences I can tell is that we do now have this hole in the middle, because when you roll it in, it now does go down past like the central thing in the middle. Like, as you can see, there is like a little central thing. Well, I think you can see it even if it's a little bit unfocused. Yeah, you can see it's now past the central thing. So that's the only difference that I can make since when I first rolled it in, was that it was above that, but now it's below that. But yeah, this is also something that just looks like it's just never making any progress. So we'll see how long this one's going to take to work on as well. Then in October, I rolled in this foundation. This is my Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation. It's kind of hard to tell. You can't really tell because the foundation is all covering the sides. But this is complete. This is finished. Finito. I finished this a couple of weeks ago, so I feel like this was probably at the beginning of July as well. I completed this. Like, I tried pouring more out, nothing more came out. So, done. Dusted. This took me 54 uses to finish. And I feel like this is the item that I mentioned maybe in December, that I was probably going to finish it in June or July. Like, I feel like that was definitely a milestone that I set in place. And here we go, we have finished it. We have completed it. So yeah, very happy to say that we have rolled this item out. So we do now have 6 items completed in this project, 44 left to go. So that's exciting. So next up, I'm going to show you guys the foundation that I have rolled in to replace my Estee Lauder one. I already started working on it. I don't tend to wait for updates to start using items. So this is the NARS, what's it called? This is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc. I don't know how obvious it is on camera, but this is too dark for me. I do have to have like a white mixer to work with this, so this may take a little bit longer than expected. I did already put a marker here as well, so that I can kind of see the progress and how far we've gone with this item. So far I have used this only 2 times in this project, so we'll see how far we get with this. I do reckon that we could potentially finish this, well, I don't want to say by the end of the year, but I think towards the start of the new year or just after the start of the new year, I feel like we will be finishing this one. So we'll see. We will see how we go with this one. It's a little bit difficult to kind of guesstimate because I do use less of it because I have to mix it with a little white to make it paler to work for my skin tone. So yeah, we'll see in, I guess, 6 months. We'll even see maybe next quarter, and then I can probably guesstimate, because if it's halfway done through where that marker is, then yes, but if it's not halfway through, then I can recalculate and see how long left I've got with it. So this is technically the 17th item rolled into this project. Then the 18th item that is rolled into this project is this nail polish. So this is my Matte Nails nail polish by Topshop. I have no idea what shade name this is because it's wiped off. Like, it's the look, I'll show you. Like, the shade name should be up here, but it's not there. So I have no idea what shade this is called, but this is a nail polish that it has a matte effect onto it. So I probably won't use a topper with this one because I do have like a matte topper, but there's no point when this is matte itself anyway. So yeah, I'm going to start working on this one over the next several, I don't know how many months. I used it quite recently actually, and it does not have any issues with it at the moment. It still works perfectly fine. This is also probably about 16 years old because obviously Topshop is not even in like a physical store, at least here in the UK. So yeah, that was back when it was a physical store and you could buy like the nail polishes at like the counter. Anyway, that's when I got this. We'll see. We will see how we get And then finally, for my 19th item that I'm going to roll into this project, for my brand new category, which is going to be skincare, hair care, all the other stuff that's not like makeup related. So I want to start rolling in like masks or lotions, like hair oils, hair whatevers. Yeah, just anything to do with hair and like looking after your skin and things. I'm gonna start rolling them in. So not necessarily like shampoos or conditioners, stuff that I would use every single day or like on a regular basis, but stuff that I should be reaching for but don't reach for. This next item is a mask. This is a Rosy Mornings detoxifying mask by My Little Beauty. My Little Beauty was like a beauty box, or like the brand, like a subscription box that I used to get several years ago, and 1 month they gave this and I've never actually used it. I mean, I might have used it because the top doesn't have like a thing on it, and it does look like I have kind of, you know, used it a couple, like maybe once or something. So we'll see how we go with this one. So this has bursting with vitamin C and 96% natural ingredients. There's little that this mask can't handle. It's active fruit extracts sweep away grimy environmental pollutants that clog up and dull your complexion to reveal the glowing skin. I found it really hard to read. It's quite small text. So this is the final item that I'm going to be working on. I'm very excited to be rolling in something new. I felt like now it's been 2 years, maybe it's worth me rolling in a new category just to kind of help push this maybe a little bit faster. This is brand new though, so it's still going to take me like probably quite a few months to even complete this. Ideally, I would like to do like a face mask like maybe once a month, so that's not going to mean that this is going to go down very, very fast, but it still means that every quarter I'll probably have some sort of update because I'll have used it at least 3 times each quarter, and you know, we'll see how it goes. There we go, that is my update. It's a very exciting one as we are rolling in 3 new items. We have rolled out 2 items that I'm going to be putting in the bin very, very shortly. And I do feel like we've made some solid progress, and I feel like just even like having a marker on my fragrance and seeing how much of a difference we've made in 1 year from where it was at the top to now, that's very exciting. Like, it shows that I'm definitely making some solid progress and we're getting somewhere, and this is definitely one of my slower projects. So with that being said, I think I'm going to call the video here, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Let's see where we're at in a couple of months, and hopefully we've made some more progress on some of these items. Anyway, that's my update for now. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!